Madness has reached a crescendo here at Carver Arena in Peoria. One more game to go to crown an Illinois boys AA champion as the Chargers of Westchester St. Joseph meet the Blue Devils of Gurnee Warren for the AA title. Good evening again, everybody. Dave Bennett with David Kaplan. One more game to go. These two teams have battled through 32 games to get to this point, and now 32 minutes separate them from the state championship.
Well, it's just what you play for. You start out at the beginning of the year. Everyone knows that even if a season goes awry at times, you get a chance in March Madness. It's not like the big dance where you have to be selected. Everyone gets a chance, and now they play for the most coveted prep title in the entire United States, the Illinois AA championship.
Well, Westchester St. Joseph, of course, has the richer tournament tradition. Head coach Gene Pignator with more than 600 victories, but he does not have a state title among those. However, Cappy may have a player to get him one this time in Brandon Watkins.
Gene's had great players throughout his career, most notably Isaiah Thomas, but Brandon Watkins may deliver him the ultimate prize, a state championship. Great at finishing in transition, guards well, says his best attribute is he's a leader on the floor, an extension of Coach Pignator. He also can knock down jump shots, as you see him there. Finish on the break. He's got to have a big game tonight. He scored well today. He's got to get his shots within the flow of the offense.
Now, of course, Gurnee Warren has been a great story in this tournament. They come roaring into the championship game, their first trip ever to the Elite Eight, and a big reason has been the play of their point guard, Langston Hughes.
Well, Langston Hughes had a huge game yesterday, played very well, 12 points in the first half. He's got to really pick up his game today because I believe St. Joe may have the best core of guards of any team in Illinois. You put all those guards up against Langston Hughes, he's got to handle pressure, he's got to defend. When he gets a clean look, he's going to have to drill it tonight. Big, big pressure on Langston Hughes. We'll see if he can handle it.
All right, good matchup coming up, and joining us here in Carver Arena tonight, covering the sidelines of both the benches, Mitch Robinson. Mitch, good evening.
Good evening, guys, and if you're looking for added incentive like a state title isn't enough, think about the starters. Warren, 4 seniors, St. Joe's 3. This is their last time to shine in the state of Illinois unless they're playing college ball here. Also in this one, too, it's a great matchup of 2 teams playing great team ball, great chemistry on both sides. Watch for good passing tonight. Dave?
Boy, you said it, Mitch. Great matchup here. The Blue Devils, the Blue Crew, they're on their feet, ready to cheer on their Blue Devils against the Chargers. And back to meet the starting lineups. Hear from the coaches coming up.
Back Carver Arena here with Coach Gene Pignator of St. Joe's. Coach, you've been down here before. What do you like about your club? I asked you this the other day.
First of all, I like being down here. Our club has great chemistry, and that's what's got us through the entire season. We have a bunch of kids that like each other, no super egos, that work real hard and are having fun doing it.
And you looked great this afternoon. Good luck tonight. We'll talk to you at the half.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Dave and Dave, take it away.
All right, Mitch, thank you. So we're just about set to go in this championship game, and let's get things started. We'll turn things over to the public address announcer, Paul Herzog.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please stand and address the flag with your hand over your heart. Soloist Dante Lackland and Lamont Williams, students at Savannah High School, sing our national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocky spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free.
rendition of the national anthem, and now we'll have the introductions of the players for tonight's game with Paul Herzog.
I would like to ask the IHSA Associate Executive Director, Don Robinson, to step out here in front of the scores table at center court. Don Robinson has served the IHSA member schools for the last 20 years and announced his retirement effective at the end of the school year. He has been in charge of football, boys and girls basketball, wrestling, track, baseball, golf, and soccer at different times during his career, and he's overseen the IHSA officials department. He has done a tremendous job, and this tournament is evidence of the caliber of service he has given to our schools. Join us, please, with your applause in saying thanks to Don Robinson for a job well done. Good evening, basketball fans. On behalf of the Illinois High School Association and the city of Peoria, welcome to America's original March Madness. Tonight's Class AA championship game in Carver Arena features the Westchester St. Joseph Chargers, a record of 31-1, and the Warren Township Blue Devils, a record of 28-4. Let's meet the starting lineups. For St. Joseph at a forward, a 6'1" junior, number 20, Chad Tensel. At a forward for Warren Township, a 6'5" senior, number 42, Mike Brandow. The other forward for the Chargers, a 6'5" senior, number 31, Steve Morgan. The other forward for the Blue Devils, a 6'2" senior, number 40, Mike Kohler. At center for St. Joseph, a 6'6" senior, number 34, John Brown. One of three guards for Warren Township, a 6'2" junior, number 34, Jordan Milo. And a guard for St. Joseph, a 6'1" junior, number 15, Jabari Maddox. Another guard for the Blue Devils, a 6' senior, number 30, Langston Hughes. And the other guard for the Chargers, a 6' senior, number 21, Brandon Watkins. The third guard for Warren Township, a 5'11" senior, number 20, Joel Walker. Coaching in his 30th season at Westchester St. Joseph, a record of 623 and 203.
So we are set to go here. The teams are on the court. We'll get this championship game underway when we return to Carver Arena in a moment. And we are set to go with the championship game, St. Joseph against Warren for the 2A title. The Chargers dressed in red. The Blue Devils in white, and the tap controlled by Warren. Into the front court it goes to Kohler. Dumped it to the left block, and the turnaround by Brandow wouldn't go. The rebound corralled underneath by Jabari Maddox. Our officials, Mal Cason, Bill Jones, Paul Mosley, all of Chicago.
Crew, veteran crew, they've called big games before. They'll be right on their mark today.
And just slightly off the mark, Watkins, but followed his shot and put it in.
I think this could be Brandon Watkins' coming out party. Yes, he's gotten some accolades, but he doesn't have the college recruiters oohing and eyeing yet, and this could be a big stage for him tonight.
Watkins, the leading scorer in this tournament at 21 points a game. There's Brandow, holds the ball high, rifles it down low to Malo, out of bounds. And the ball will belong to Warren. Watkins, 6' senior, first team All-State by the Illinois basketball coaches. Three-pointer by Malo, would not fall. The rebound Morgan, and St. Joe the other way. Watkins the jump stop, outside to Tansel. Now around to the left. John Brown on the drive. Got around Kohler. His shot wouldn't fall, however. And Brandow pulls down a rebound. This afternoon in the semifinals, Brandow got into early foul trouble, Cap, and didn't play a whole lot in the game. In fact, he ended up playing just 6 minutes in the ball game.
Well, at the 5:40 mark, he was on the bench with 2 fouls already. Here he's got a rebound, misses inside, but he's a very physical defender, and he's a guy they need on the floor tonight if they're going to cut the Nets down as champions.
Watkins all the way in, missed it. The follow missed by Brown, and Maddox picks it up off the floor.
Well, I think we may have missed a holding on the rim there.
Now underneath, putting up the shot, counted for Morgan.
Now the Warren bench wants the technical for grabbing on the rim, but it's tough to tell. If you feel as an official that the player's going to be undercut, you don't call it. They can use the rim to protect themselves. There's the contact inside, hooping to harm.
Foul on Jordan Milo. At the line is Morgan, and the free throw in and out.
Well, a trademark of Warren's success on the road to Peoria has been to get out to a quick lead. This is the first game since they've been down here that they haven't gotten off to the lead.
St. Joe, on the other hand, has been a great finisher down here. There's the skip pass, and the three on the way by Hughes. Off the iron, the rebound put back up, and still Warren cannot get a shot to go down.
They're getting some good opportunities inside. As you get a look at Gene Pingatore wearing his Sunday best, ready to go tonight.
30 years at St. Joe, 623 victories. And his opponent tonight, Chuck Ramsey, who has 503 fewer wins than does Gene.
The whole world has fewer wins than Gene, basically.
St. Joe, 2 out of 6. Warren has missed its first 6 shots. Brandow back out, now back into Brandow. And again, he misses. They're 0 for 7.
Well, yesterday, if you missed the game, if you're just watching the championship, he was 1 of 9 from the floor and was our player of the game. For 12 rebounds, a great defensive effort. That's his MO. He's not a great scorer, but boy, he plays hard.
Chad Tansel, scoreless with 4 rebounds earlier today, and John Brown, co-captain of this team. Watkins for 3, short. Got the rebound again, and then Milo picks up a foul on the shot. And that's 2 quick fouls on Jordan Milo, the leading scorer for the Blue Devils.
That's a big foul. Now, earlier today, we talked about Brandow coming out with 2 fouls at the 5+ minute mark. 2 here on Milo, but he will stay in the ball game.
At the free throw line is Watkins, buries it. Watkins 74% from the line. Milo earlier today, 15 points and 9 rebounds. He's been their leading rebounder 19 times. So he's as much of an impact player on the glass as he is scoring, even though he's their leading scorer. Presence very much felt. 5-0, St. Joe with the lead. Brandow trying again, hung on the rim and fell off. And another rebound pulled down by Brown. Jumper from the corner with a hand in his face. Tansel missed. Hughes the rebound on the other side, brings it down. Now Hughes on the drive, shovels out to Brandow. Back up Milo, driving, fouled by Tansel.
He was tripped on his dribble drive down the left side to get to the basket. Warren needs to just establish their half-court offense, get everybody a touch, and get the lid off with a hoop.
4:36 to go, first quarter. Officials timeout, 5-0, St. Joe.
Welcome back to Carver Arena. Here with Lenny Sciamino, the athletic director for Warren. You were telling me a story. You know Gene Pingatore very well.
Well, back when I first started coaching about 30 years ago, at Carmel High School. He's been at St. Joe's just about that long. You come down and watch these tournaments for year after year, and it's great to see. Obviously, I'm rooting for the other team, but it's nice to see people you know out there coaching and getting to this level.
As we go to the video real quickly, you got to be proud of what your boys have done in this tournament.
They've accomplished more than I think anyone could ever imagine. It's great for Warren High School is really a community school, and it's great for the whole community, as you can see by our turnout tonight.
Congratulations. Have fun at the party tomorrow at 12:30 in Warren.
I appreciate it. Thanks very much, Mitch.
Thanks. Dave and Dave, back to you.
All right, Mitch, thank you. Pass deflected out of bounds. There's the Blue Crew. The Blue Devil fans.
They are here in huge numbers.
Boy, isn't that the truth. Everywhere you turn. But don't be misled. St. Joe has plenty of fans here as well.
And they're into it.
Yes, they are. They've waited a long time for this. Both these teams have. And Brandow finally breaks free.
Now go figure. He missed 4 shots inside. Couldn't get him to drop. Finally knocks down a 17-footer. Finally gets the lid off for Warren, who had missed their first 8.
Tansel on the left. Kohler had a nice game today in the semifinals. 69-53 win over Schaumburg, guarding him. Now Watkins from the side. Shot missed by Brown, chased down by Watkins. A lot of offensive rebounds early. 15-footer off the iron. Pulled down by Malone. 5-2 St. Joe. And now Warren brings it up. This Warren team has won 10 in a row, 19 of their last 20. But St. Joe is on a 23-game winning streak. But not lost in 1999. Kohler left to the lane, all the way in, laid it up, and a blocking foul called. Kohler will step to the line.
Real nice job to protect the basketball. Knife between 2 defenders. Knows there's no way he's going to charge. No one stepped up to take it, and there's the contact. Real perceptive drive out of Kohler.
Second foul. Tansel actually was not called for the foul. They call it on Morgan, his first. Kohler at the free throw line, where he was 7 of 8 against Lincoln in the quarterfinals. Little shooter's touch there.
The Blue Crew, check that out. In sheer numbers, the Blue Crew definitely has the most support here.
And they are cheering this guy, Ricky Higgins, 5'11" junior, 15 yesterday, 15 more today.
And averages 3.7 on this season. What a great time to peak.
And he got 13 of his 15 today in the 4th quarter against Schaumburg. Watkins looking. There's Tansel.
Motion offense out of St. Joe's. Warren, basically only thing they do is half-court man-to-man, but they do it very, very well.
Opponents shoot 39% and score 46 points against both these teams. They both played tremendous defense. Tap back up, missed, rebound, controlled by Hughes. So a couple of looks, a missed 3, and Warren the other way. Higgins bouncing to Brandow.
I thought that was a great possession.
And Kohler.
Good catch and score in traffic back at the other end. No, great possession for Warren defensively. St. Joe ran their motion, set good screens, couldn't get a good look, and settled for a bad look from the top of the key. That's what Warren does to you. They take you out of what you want to do offensively.
A 6-0 run here for Warren ends with that shot by Tansel. His first points, and it's 7-6 St. Joe. And a foul on Watkins at half court.
Well, he's going to get away with as much shadowing of the offensive player as they're going to allow, and the officials are going to call it tight. It's a championship game. They are definitely going to be watching everything.
There's Chuck Ramsey, 120 and 49 in 6 years as the head coach at Warren. 1:40 to go. Hughes out to Kohler, bouncing it to Brandow, leans in, fires, miss, tapped it out of bounds. Ball to St. Joe.
Tough shot there. Very good job by St. Joe defensively to get a body into Brandow. That was a tough play to complete, and he really had no chance of coming up with an offensive rebound.
Inside of 90 seconds for the first quarter of this championship game. Tansel with Higgins all over him, applying the pressure. And now Watkins, the 15-footer from straight on, no good. Brandow clears.
Watkins has gotten some looks. He's not been able to knock him down.
Brandow with Brown guarding him. There's the shooting percentages. Warren heating up a bit after that 0 for 8 start, and Brandow heats him up a little more.
Well, they know where the bread's buttered. They're going to have to score inside and take the ball right at St. Joseph. They found Brandow for a touch almost every offensive set.
We're in the final minute of the first quarter of this AA title game. Brown top of the circle. To Watkins. Snares down Hughes, then gives it off. Around to the left. Brown got it down low. Got it. Steve Morgan.
Morgan worked very hard, side to side. Kohler did a nice job at one side, and then as soon as the flash went to the low post on the other side of the floor, he lost his man that led to the easy layup.
14 seconds to go. Warren holding for the final shot. Kohler outside. Little chest bump there with Hughes. He gets the ball back. 7 seconds. Now Hughes off the screen to the baseline. Across it goes to Walker for three. Good! At the buzzer. And the first quarter ends with a flourish for the Blue Devils of Warren. 8 minutes in the books, and the Blue Crew liking what they just saw. The Blue Devils of Warren, after one quarter, thanks in part to this three-pointer, lead St. Joe 11-9.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Looking for legends. Go no further than Rockford Boylan, Steve Goers. Brown taking nothing away from Chuck Ramsey. For a guy like Gene Pingan, 600 games to get the big one.
I certainly do. Gene's a terrific coach. He's been in this game a long time. He's been down here several times with great players like Isaiah Thomas, and I'm personally rooting for him tonight.
You have one at Illinois. You got one on his way to DePaul. Will Rockford Boylan be reloaded next year?
And we got one on the way to Richmond with Jeff Myers, and we certainly will reload. We don't rebuild, and we have some great sophomores and also some great freshmen coming up, and we certainly hope to get back full speed ahead.
Something tells me I'll see you down here next year. Good luck to you, Coach.
Thanks, Mitch.
Thank you. Dave and Dave, back to you.
All right, thank you. And he's done a great job with Rockford Boylan over the years.
Steve Goers, absolutely an outstanding coach. You look at his record, you can match it up against anybody in this state.
Mike Brandow headed off, appeared to be in some discomfort, but he's back now. Out of the ball game at the moment, however.
Battling a case of nausea. Don't know if it's flu related, but did go back to the locker room, was feeling very queasy, and is on the bench.
Ryan Ramsey, number 24, 5'11 senior, in the ball game now for Warren. And let's go to Mitch Robinson. You've got some more information on Mr. Brandow.
Hey, guys, no flu, nerves. The kid's just a little too nervous. He's a very emotional player. And he got to him, went to the back, got a little sick, and he's back for more. Back to you.
I can understand that.
Actually, I kind of felt a little queasy myself before the telecast.
Well, I remember playing football in college with a teammate who, before every single game, he was our starting quarterback. Every game, just before kickoff, he would have to go in, vomit, and then come out. He was a heck of a player. But it was every game. It didn't matter if we were playing a team that we'd beat by 100. He had to go in and do it. It was just his thing.
Let's face it. For all of these guys, there has not been a bigger game in their careers. Hughes made the first free throw after the foul on Jabari and Maddox, and the second free throw good as well. Warren on a 13-9 lead here with 7 minutes to go. Pretty good run going as well for the Blue Devils. Highlighted by that three-pointer at the buzzer the first quarter by Walker.
Walker did a great job tracking down a tough pass, squared his shoulders up, and beat the buzzer.
And Watkins.
That's where he's at his best, Dave. Slash the basket. Needs some improvement sometimes on the perimeter jump shot, but slashing to the basket, completing plays in transition, he is outstanding.
Hughes being pressured, nearly lost it. Higgins got it, bounced it ahead to Malone.
Well, everything Higgins has done this weekend has been perfect.
Ramsey to Hughes. Hughes from long range. Off the side of the rim, taken off the floor by Damian McIntosh, number 14, who's checked in.
Now check out Higgins. He's playing with one shoe, just threw the other one into the stands. His shoe came off, and he's playing with one shoe. There he is.
I don't think that'll start a trend.
No, probably not. You don't get as much elevation.
The travel called on the shot by St. Joe. And Warren has it back. Some pressure in the backcourt. And Lowe walks it up. There you see the turnovers, fairly low to this point. 10 seconds to call. They did not get it across the line in time.
We talked about Brandow going into the locker room to get sick. You wonder what guys eat before they play their second game in 5 or 6 hours. And Hubie Brown was telling me one day when he got to the NBA, he was around Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he had an extra large anchovy and onion pizza. He said this is an hour and a half before the game. He devours the entire thing. And he says, oh my goodness, he's going to be horrible. He said he only went out and got 38 and 21 boards.
These guys went back, got some rest. Here they are again on the runner by Maddox.
Tell you what, St. Joe's guard core is outstanding. We talk about Watkins, but they've got a number of guys they can put out there to handle, defend, run the offense.
Hughes bounced it through the double team. Brandow fires it down low to Kohler. And some contact there. And a St. Joe player, Watkins, is shaken up.
It looked like he got hit in the face.
Slowly being helped up now. Gets up and
he banged his head, and his teammate comes over. Damian McIntosh, says, no laying down on the job. Get up. And just there, you caught an elbow right in the face. McIntosh says, no, you're not going to hurt me here. Get up.
Free throw good by Kohler. Ramsey comes out, and into the ball game is Walker once again. Kohler 3 for 3 from the line. 4 for 4. And Warren back on top in this seesaw game. 14 to 13.
Lane violation on Langston Hughes.
So take that point away.
Take the free throw away. He looks around and says, what did I do?
Fadeaway jumper. Hanging shot by Watkins didn't go, but the offensive rebound, the putback by John Brown.
And St. Joe's doing an excellent job on the glass.
So one place, Cap, where you see a real staggering difference in this team stats. St. Joe with a big edge over its opponents, rebounding margin. They out-rebounded by about 12 a game.
They work very hard at establishing position on the defensive end, and on the offensive end, they go hard to the glass.
That's about the first thing that's gone wrong for Higgins down here. And at the other end, again, counted for Maddox. Almost from the same spot as we saw before.
Boy, what a pretty move. Avoided Higgins in the steal, spun baseline, and got himself a beautiful layup inside and contact. Nice job.
Jabari Maddox going to work here on the baseline. And of course, Maddox really helped make all this possible with the game-winning three-pointer to beat Proviso East in the Morton sectional. 22nd timeout taken by Warren.
Good call. Real good call. Warren needs to refocus their offensive attack. They've taken some bad looks. A couple of deep threes. That's not what they're all about. Their game is to look inside first to get their perimeter shots through the post.
The broadcast rights for this IHSA championship event have been granted to Fox Sports Chicago and Intersport Television by the Illinois High School Association. Any reproduction or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Fox Sports Chicago, Intersport Television, and the IHSA is prohibited. The foul, by the way, was on Kohler. His first, team's third. Let's go to Mitch Robinson.
Hey, Dave and Dave, the thing I've noticed so far this afternoon, the key for Warren was that back door. That Princeton Tiger offense was working to a charm. I haven't seen it being run yet so far.
No, what St. Joe's has done is kicked up their pressure with their guards. They're not letting Warren enter their offense like they like. They're forced out too far on the floor. That's what takes that away.
33, Keith Perry has checked in for St. Joe. 6'2" senior. Shooting percentages, 42% for St. Joe, and Warren getting better.
When you start 0 for 8, it's tough to get out of that hole.
But they're 4 for their last 9. We have an officials timeout on the floor. 4:03 to go until halftime, and St. Joe and Gene Pignator leading Warren 17-14. The Chicago Sun-Times is the official newspaper of the IHSA State Championships. Remember to pick up your Chicago Sun-Times for complete coverage of Illinois high school sports. 4:03 to go, second quarter here at Carver Arena in Peoria. I'm Dave Ennett with David Kaplan and Mitch Robinson. St. Joe leading 17-14, and count the basket for Mike Brandow.
Doesn't seem to be feeling the effects of a little bit of nerves.
After his 0 for 4 start, he's hit 3 of his last 4 shots. Higgins returning.
We haven't seen Chris Foreman yet, and I expect to see him soon. Obviously, with St. Joe's strength being guards, that is why you keep seeing the substitution of Ricky Higgins. But there's Chris Foreman, stepped up and really did a whale of a job in the semifinal win. When Brandow went out 2.5 minutes into the game with 2 fouls and only played 6 minutes in that game.
Brandow missing. The bonus situation after the foul by Brown, the 7th team foul. Knox. Down to McIntosh. He'll launch a 3. Good.
Well, got a good clean look. That's a deep 3, and he drilled it.
McIntosh.
St. Joe looking for a trap if they can get one here. A nice job by Langston Hughes.
Walker, there you see the 3-point shooting. St. Joe was 1 for 6 in the semifinal earlier today. Brandow. Shot fell short. Rebound St. Joe. Watkins all the way the other way. Lost the handle on it. Got it back. Double pump. Put it up. Nope. And wrapping it up is Kohler.
Well, I think we had some contact inside. Brandow got away with the foul.
But then the foul called on McIntosh.
Well, you make the call sitting at home. Here comes St. Joe inside. Here comes Watkins. Takes it to the basket. Goes up. There's no question. I mean, that's a foul. It's just a missed call. Officials are human. It can happen. But that's a missed call.
There's Watkins. Coach Gene Pignator not real pleased with that turn of events as Hughes steps to the free throw line and nails the first attempt. So he will have another 18 fouls now on St. Joe. Langston Hughes averaging 10 points, but 13 points in the tournament, 7th best among the tournament teams. Misses the second free throw.
And no, he's not named for the poet, but his dad is.
He established that earlier today. At the other end, Hughes called for a foul.
And a sarcastic applause from the St. Joe faithful, who finally believed that the referees got the call right.
St. Joe in the championship game for the first time since 1978, when the Chargers defeated Lockport. Lost to Lockport, I should say. They have not won a state championship game. It was blocked by Brandow and taken off the floor by Higgins.
I believe back in the Lockport team, that was Bob Basarich, the coach, with Scott Parzich and Jerry Barbo. They had a good team.
St. Joe had a pretty good player that year too, didn't they?
Decent guard named Isaiah Thomas.
64-47 was the final score of that game in favor of Lockport. Brandow muscles through the 2-time and scores.
Well, it's amazing. He gets opportunities inside where it looks like a fairly easy layup, doesn't make them, then knocks down an 18-footer, then splits 2 guys, takes contact and makes them. He likes to do it the hard way.
We approach the 2-minute mark. A 1-point St. Joe lead.
Great look inside.
And Brown on the receiving end.
Real nice job off the motion offense. A good screen down low. You look inside, you find your first option, and you get a layup.
22-19. Jump pass in half court. Walker to Higgins. Brandow. And a pass stolen. And a breakaway for Perry. Perry all the way in. Laid it in.
Almost carried it.
Length of the court to Brandow with 1:30 to go. And now Brandow driving, leans in, offensive foul.
I don't know. I'd have to see if the shoulder went down. Here comes Brandow. Now he looks like he's got the corner turned. I think that one was a block. Here's another look at it. I don't think he lowered the shoulder enough to warrant an offensive foul.
Brandow's first foul. Brown took the charge, and the shot by McIntosh. Short, taken off the floor by Higgins. We approach the final minute of the first half of this championship game. St. Joe with a 5-point lead on Gurnee Warren. Brandow. Entry pass poked away, and on the run the other way. Here's Maddox. He had a little trouble with it. Now Maddox has his pass stolen by Kohler. Kohler pushing it up quickly. Bouncing ahead. Brandow with a lay-in.
Nice job in transition. Protect the ball. Not two guys you'd expect to see lead the break. Brandow and Kohler, and they fill the lanes and get the deuce.
10 for Brandow. 30 seconds to go. 24-21 St. Joe, and a dandy championship game. St. Joe holding for the final shot. We saw what happened when Warren did that to end the first quarter. They cashed in. 10 seconds. McIntosh. 6 seconds. McIntosh off the screen. McIntosh puts it up. Whistle and a foul. Langston Hughes.
Well, what St. Joe did up top, they set a nice high screen off the top of the key. They give the freedom to Watkins or to one of their guards to be able to take the ball hard to the basket and create contact. Damian McIntosh did just that. Langston Hughes got him with the body. Nice looking set out of St. Joe's.
Second foul on Hughes. McIntosh, a 68% free throw shooter at the line. St. Joe 66% as a team. The free throw good. McIntosh, a guy that people say could be starting for a lot of teams, but accepts his role very well with the Chargers.
That's what happens on championship caliber teams. Guys accept their roles.
And rattles this one home. 2.4 seconds. Walker to inbound, and does. Higgins 1 second. And the first half has come to an end at Carver Arena. 16 minutes down, 16 to go, and St. Joe will take the lead to the locker room at halftime over the Warren Blue Devils, 26-21. Let's go to Mitch Robinson with Coach Gene Pingatore.
Thanks, Dave. No one said it was going to be easy, Coach. At least you got him stopping that backdoor pass and down low for them.
Yeah, but we have to do a better job on the big guy. He's killing us right now. Tough ball club, very physical.
What are you going to tell the guys, settle them down and make sure they get on track for the second half and keep it rolling?
We have to be more patient on the half-court offense. We have to push the ball, and we have to go get them full court defensively.
All right, go take care of work. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
See you. Thanks a lot, Coach. Dave, back to you.
All right, Mitch, thank you. Well, that man's waited a long time to get back here. And at halftime, his Chargers lead Warren 26-21. Our halftime activities coming right up.
Welcome back. Halftime at Carver Arena, the state championship game. St. John's winning 26-21. As I slide to the side here for the King players, the third and fourth place trophies getting ready to be handed out. And we're waiting. Don Robinson, too, should be out here in a moment. It's won a good game so far. It was in the last one, King taking third place in the third place game. And Don on the other side of the looking for us. Hopefully he'll make it. As the halftime is rolling on, I'm going to walk my way over to Don Robinson and find him. Hey, Don. Your responsibilities never end as they get ready for the third and fourth place trophies. First, before the game, before the championship game, how touching, how well did it feel to you for everyone to recognize what a great job you've done?
Well, it was very surprising, and I was very touched by it. I had asked that nothing be done like that, but Dave Fry set me up on that one. So, yeah, I was very touched. I'm very happy about that.
Well, we know you don't want these kind of things to be done, but I've got another surprise for you. Don, for your help with us, Fox Sports Chicago and Intersport Television, we want to wish you the best of luck in the future. This, we believe, is going to help you in your golf and get some stuff going for you. We know you'll be out on swinging the links, and I got to tell you, working with you the last year has been just a pleasure.
Mitch, thanks so much, and I feel the same way about Fox Sports. You people have been great to us. I appreciate that very much.
Thanks a lot. You and I tee off this spring, all right?
I'm ready.
All right, Don Robinson, a great job he's done. Halftime, come back, we'll look at first half highlights. Stay with us right here on Fox Sports Chicago.
Continuing here at Carver Arena in Peoria. Halftime of this state championship game of the Chargers of Westchester St. Joe leading the Blue Devils of Gurnee Warren by a score of 26-21. I'm Dave Bennett with David Kaplan. Seesaw affair in the first half. Cap lead went back and forth. Warren started out very cold, missed their first 8 shots. Brandow missed his first 4. He started to heat up, and Warren started to heat up.
He did. He got the ball inside. They got a couple of looks. Once they got the lid off the basket, they were 0 for their first 8 as a club. But I think it's a testament to the defense that both teams play. Chuck Ramsey said, we do one thing and we do it well. Half-court man-to-man. Gene Pingator, Bobby Disciple, same thing. Half-court man-to-man, run the motion offense. Both teams good shot selection. It's going to be a great second half.
You know, both these teams have been through so many tough, hard-fought battles over the course of the season that being ahead by 5 at halftime, being behind by 5 at halftime isn't really going to phase them either way.
Well, no, St. Joe's down 9 or 11 points last night. Could easily be out of this tournament. They found a way to come back. And I think back to a week ago, with minutes to go, Waterloo-Jabot in the Class A final that we called had an 11-point lead. They did not score again. And Brian Vance's heroic 3-point shot at the buzzer capped a Rock Falls comeback for a championship. So it's never over till it's over.
Now, very well said. Can we quote you on that?
Absolutely. It's my original thought.
Now, for St. Joe, Watkins has had kind of a tough night shooting the basketball. 2 for 10 from the floor in the first half.
He's gotten some good looks. Shots should be able to knock down. Brandon's very good taking the ball to dribble to the basket, but he's had opportunities from 17, 18 feet and has not been able to finish. For St. Joe to stay in command and win a championship, he is going to have to play very well in the second half.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights. First half of play against St. Joe in the lead halftime, and here for St. Joe is Jamari Maddox.
Well, Maddox takes the ball very hard to the baseline after a spin. Now watch the scoop. And he'll catch some contact. 3-point play for St. Joe. But Mike Brandow had a case of early jitters, went back to the locker room, vomited, got ready to go, and now he steps through the double team and knocks down a deuce. Brandow played very well in the first half, especially on the glass.
Brandow, the leading scorer, with 10 points in the ball game for Warren. But his Blue Devils are on the short end of a 26-21 score through 16 minutes here at Carver Arena. Second half action coming up. That's the 4th place trophy, which goes to the Schaumburg Saxons, who fell to King in the 3rd place game earlier this evening. But a great run here by Schaumburg, which fell out of the contention for the title with their loss earlier today to these Warren Blue Devils in a terrific game. And let's take a look at stats in this game and shooting percentages. Warren has heated up a little bit after a real cold start. 42% for St. Joe, 33% for Warren. 3-point shooting, not a huge factor in the game, but Warren 1 for 6, St. Joe 1 for 4. Free throws, total of 14 attempted in the game, rebounding fairly even.
Absolutely. There's really nothing that jumps out except the cold start of Warren, and there's a 5-point deficit to be made up if the Blue Devils are to cut the nets down.
St. Joe leads it 26-21. We're standing by to bring you 3rd quarter action coming up.
Welcome back to Carver Arena. Mitch Robinson here with Warren head coach Chuck Ramsey. Coach Pingator, he's a little concerned with your big men getting in. Are you happy with the way they're getting inside?
I'm happy with the shots we're getting. We've missed a lot of them. We're only shooting 33%. We must have missed a bunch of shots inside, but we can't change that right now. Got to do a better job of guarding their transition, their penetration, and finish off our shots. We'll be right there.
You got a whole lot of game left. Good luck. We'll talk to you after.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Dave and Dave, back to you.
All right, thank you, Mitch. So Coach Ramsey and his Blue Devils will try to wipe out this 5-point deficit. Leading scorers in the ball game. Brandow leads all scorers with 10 for Warren, and then 3 players have 5. Kohler for Warren, Damian McIntosh, Brandon Watkins, 5 points apiece to pace St. Joe, and we're just about set to get the third quarter underway with St. Joe leading Warren 26-21. The winner of this game will be the first team other than Peoria Manual or the Chicago Public League champ to capture the AA title since Proviso East in 1992.
We've got a clock malfunction here. They've got to try and get the time reset. So a brief delay before we can commence with second half action.
Had a couple of delays here this evening.
A uniform delay.
But all things considered, things have operated very smoothly. Another state title is up for grabs tomorrow as the top hockey teams in the state take to the ice at the United Center to battle for the Blackhawk Cup. Fox Sports Chicago will have all the action and post-game celebration. Complete coverage begins 12 noon on Fox Sports Chicago, the official home for high school championships. And as far as basketball goes, it's been 4 weekends of it. The girls Class A and AA, the boys Class A here last week, and now the AA. What a great time of year this has been. Continues to be. And
there's nothing like March Madness. It's the absolute best, and this is the state that has the original March Madness. I mean, they coined the term. But you think about it, you got spring training and baseball right around the corner. Golf season is coming up, and March Madness is just in high gear both at the NCAA level and high school level.
After our coverage tonight, the Chicago Fire, defending Major League Soccer champs, will open their season against San Jose. That game will be seen in its entirety immediately following our coverage of March Madness. Good luck to the Fire as they embark on a new season. And there's the Blue Crew, the Warren fans. And it's a great, I think it's a great event, Cap. If you don't have a particular loyalty to the schools involved, still to come down and experience this, or go up to Peoria and experience this, as the case may be. The city does a great job of it. The fans are excited. Everybody goes out of their way to welcome the visitors who come to town. And of course, there's a great fireworks show after the game tonight. They light up the skies over Peoria. Let's go right now to Mitch Robinson.
Thanks a lot. We're here with Phil Judson. He and his brother led Alden Hebron in 1952, the state title. I've driven there. I see the big basketball. What was it like for a small town like that to win the state championship?
Well, I'll tell you, it's unexplainable. At first, we didn't realize what we had done. After going to University of Illinois, watching the state tournament for a few years, then it began to sink in what we had accomplished. But at that moment, we really didn't realize what we had accomplished.
You are a living legend. How's that for talking?
That sounds pretty good to me, and I don't mind the mix-up.
All right, we'll talk to you. Back to you, Dave and Dave.
And to see, that's why you've become one as well, Mitch. We're set to go. I believe they have corrected the malfunction with the clock.
Now, Alden Hebron, and I may be off 1 or 2 students, but you'll get the point. That school had 64 or 54 students in it.
Yep.
I mean, it was a major accomplishment in terms of boys. It was a major accomplishment. It was like the movie Hoosiers. And of course, his son, Rob Judson, top assistant to Lonnie Kruger in Illinois.
Nice crowd on hand as always, 12,000 watching here at Carver Arena in this championship game. Don't forget to get all the latest on all of the Illinois high school championships. Log on to the internet, www.ihsa.org. That's a great source of information getting set for this tournament. Brandow with a nice move underneath.
Well,
and it's a 3-point game.
That's Chuck Ramsey during the delays. There was guys going inside. As soon as we get it, we're going inside. We'll see what happens. Boom, they find Brandow, and he gets an easy deuce.
Watkins goes back to Brown with it. Adams finds Cancel, blocked by Brandow, out of bounds.
Well, 2 quick plays from Brent. Started slowly in the first half. He started with a bang here. There's a nice interior pass but too much of a delay to take the shot. Just catch it and go up with it.
Second block of the game for Brandow. 26-23 in favor of St. Joe. Jabari Maddox. Cancel. On the move, the runner. Nope. Battling for the rebound. Who's got it? Kohler got it to Hughes. You know who has not scored in this game? That man right there, Jordan Milo.
He had that early foul trouble, and he played very passive in the first half.
Brandow. Brown with a hand in his face. And traveling on Brandow.
Brandow looking for a foul with the contact. Chuck Ramsey very animated on the sidelines as Brandow looks around and says, I was bumped.
Hey, will you talk to me?
And a technical assessed as well.
Hey!
And you may hear Chuck Ramsey asking for an explanation. At the line is Watkins.
Hey, I want an explanation!
You can hear Chuck Ramsey screaming.
Two free throws by Watkins after the technical.
Let's go!
Officials are turning a deaf ear right now to his pleas. But I can guarantee you when they come back to the other end, he'll have a word or two.
Brandow with 2 fouls. 28-23. Long range. Watkins missed. And Brandow controls. Long pass to Kohler. Finds Milo. And Milo with his first points of the game.
Nice job to let traffic clear. Good interior pass, and he got himself a deuce, and we got a bump here on Langston Hughes.
And that's 3 on Hughes, so that is a big call. Milo work here. Hughes with the pass.
Good pass from Brandow to set that whole deal up.
Now Higgins will come in for Hughes after Hughes picks up number 3.
I'll tell you what, Chuck Ramsey is skating on thin ice right now. He is all over the officials, and he's on thin ice. They will cut you some extra slack, though, in a game of this magnitude.
St. Joe still has it. Higgins nearly stole it from Watkins, who had trouble with it. In the corner, Jabari Maddox brings it out in front. Back on the left, Hansel. Brown calling for the ball to block. Instead, going in and scoring is Steve Morgan. Morgan with his first field goal of the second half.
Mal Cason just had a few words for Chuck Ramsey. He said, that's enough, sit down. Officials will listen to some, they won't listen to a lot.
Hello, count the basket.
And I'll expect Damian McIntosh anytime because Gene Pengator is going to want to kick up the pressure. In fact, here he comes now. They're going to want to kick up the pressure defensively and see if they can take the guards for Gurnee Warren out of the sync of their offense.
This is what they did last night, Cap, against East St. Louis. They helped rally from that deficit.
Now again, we're having words between Mal Cason and Chuck Ramsey. And he is watching him. I'm telling you, he is skating on very thin ice.
Jordan Milo in and out. Blocking foul call on Kohler. 5:31 to go, third quarter. St. Joe leading Warren 30-27.
Keep working, keep good.
Jabari Maddox to Watkins.
Well, Brandow works hard defending the low post. Watch the bodies banging in there.
3 from the left. Good. Watkins.
Did a nice job. He faded back off a screen, squared his shoulders up, and when he gets time to set, he's a much better shooter than when he catches it coming off a screen on the move.
Pass to Walker. Give and go. Back to Higgins. Walker, the high lob to Brandow. Bodies flying and the ball out of bounds. Brandow hit the deck, as did McIntosh.
Yeah, that's a heck of an entry pass and a tough catch inside. I mean, there's a ton of white shirts around there. Nice catch. There's your contact.
4:54 to go, third quarter. St. Joseph and Gene Pengator leading Warren 33-27 in this title game. 4:54 to go, third quarter. St. Joseph leads Warren 33-27. Mitch Robinson, what's the talk in the Warren huddle?
There goes the clock again. Calm. Just told his guys, staying very calm. The breaks are going to come. The balls are going to fall. Just keep doing what you're doing and keep executing. He's happy with what his team's doing. He's just not happy with those refs.
All right, thank you, Mitch. He didn't look happy.
No, but he's turned his venom refs right now. He's intense. I think he's great theater to watch.
His team is 3 for 3 from the floor here in the second half. There you see it. St. Joe at 40% here in the third quarter, out of bounds. St. Joe's.
That's a poor decision on Brandow's part. Poor decision. You've got Malo flashing across the lane, but he's got no chance to get a shot up with. If he catches the pass, it's a tough pass to catch.
A three from the right, no good by Watkins. Comes right to Higgins. Watkins made the 2 free throws after the technical on Brandow. And now a three. Off the mark by Walker, put back up by Higgins and missed, and cleared by Morgan. Morgan's had a nice run in the playoffs for St. Joseph. Averaging about 14 points, 6 boards a game. Now he gets more contact on the underneath intentional foul. Yep. Intentional foul the call.
Let's see if we can see all the contact inside.
It's called on Kohler. Right there, you saw him grab.
Now watch, he makes the foul first. There's the foul. Now he grabs him. Just a foolhardy play.
There's Kohler. That's the intentional foul. And the foul, his third. Morgan will be at the free throw line. Again, we apparently have a clock problem. Don't forget, coming up after our coverage, Chicago Fire Soccer. For those of you tuning in for the Fire game against San Jose, the game will be seen in its entirety immediately following our March Madness coverage. So you won't miss any of the action of the Fire and the Clash. Morgan at the line. After the intentional foul, the free throw good. Morgan, a 69% free throw shooter, but 75% in the tournament. Makes them both, so that's 4 free throws they've shot now. Cap following technical foul, and now the intentional foul.
Those are costly, and you talk about being in a tight ball game. It's a 35-27 lead for St. Joe's, but you take those plays away, well, you're right there. You cannot have any talking back to the officials, especially when every move the officials make are scrutinized. You got all the IHSA officials here, so you have to really keep your emotions in check.
Shot wouldn't fall for Watkins, but a foul. This one on Brandow. Now check that. It was called on Higgins.
Nice spin move by Brandon Watkins, getting to the paint. There's the contact, and just about got it to fall.
13 fouls. Watkins, 83% from the line in the tournament. Missed that one. And now the clock's been running. The clock continues to run.
Well, we had this problem earlier today.
And now Chuck Ramsey is heading to the scorer's table. And I imagine that Coach Pingatore will meet him there. Maybe not. Ramsey trying to get it sorted out.
Somebody dial up an electrician. Get the yellow pages.
Again, we will bring you coverage in its entirety. The Fire against the Clash, following our coverage of this state championship game. And now the scoreboard is off entirely. So, you know, it's kind of one of those nights. This can be a momentum changer, a momentum killer, Cap, when you have delays like this.
Well, it certainly lets you catch your breath and plan a little bit more strategy. Obviously, with St. Joe at the line leading by 8, if Warren was to go on a run, every pundit's going to write, well, the clock going out certainly helped turn Warren's fates around. But, yeah, I think you look at this game, both teams are playing hard. Both teams looking for a championship, and I don't think this will end up being a factor.
For the most complete coverage of IHSA sports action, tune in every week to IHSA Sportsnet. Host Tom Waddle brings you all the highlights and recaps of the week's biggest games. IHSA Sportsnet, the official weekly highlight show of the IHSA, can be seen this Sunday at 11 a.m. I understand there was a Tom Waddle sighting right here in Carver Arena.
Right, Mr. Big came down and graced us with his presence today and taped his IHSA Sportsnet show right here at Carver Arena.
We look forward to seeing it. You saw Gene Pingatore, his team last year, knocked out by Fenwick in the sectional semifinal, but here at state for the first time since 1987, when the Chargers took 3rd place, and their fans have turned out in large numbers. All right, the clock is showing 3:31. It's showing no score.
So we need to get that thing taken care of, unless you want to start over. I'm having a good time. I'll go back.
I'm in no hurry.
Throw it up and do it again.
Sergio McLean, the former star Peoria Manual, now with the Fighting Illini.
He's grabbing a seat at center court. 4 championships for Sergio in his high school career. Now playing very well for Lon Kruger's Fighting Illini.
Now they've got the score back up there, 35-27 St. Joe. He is playing well.
He was one of the best high school players I ever saw. Whether he ever makes a roster in the NBA or plays over in Europe, if you talk just pure high school basketball, 2 of the best I ever saw, Quinn Buckner and Sergio McLean, guys who were just warriors.
Well, when we last left you, Brandon Watkins was at the line, and he makes the free throw, and it's 36-27, a 9-point St. Joseph lead with 3.5 to go here in the 3rd quarter. I believe this is St. Joe's largest lead. Below, the give and go, Higgins. Hitting the deck was McIntosh. The block out of bounds by Brown. On the runner by Kohler.
I think Warren is in dangerous territory here as you watch the block shot coming. Real nice job to knock that one away. Without having Langston Hughes on the floor and asking Ricky Higgins to be your leader on the floor, I think they're out of sync offensively. Higgins has flourished in the tournament because he was in an extra role. He could get a shot, he could run around and trap defensively, he could help out in a lot of different ways. When you ask him to bring it up against the guard core St. Joe's, I think it could be a major problem for Warren.
You saw Kohler lose it to Morgan, and now Morgan finishes at the other end. Morgan now into double figures with 10 points, and it's 38-27, 11-point lead. And Morgan a rebound on the miss. Timeout, technical.
Yep, now they've got Chuck Ramsey finally. I told you he was on thin ice. You could see it. He's been working the officials all night long.
Go down to the scores table.
Yeah, you called it, Cass. I think kind of see that one coming.
Saw that 5 minutes ago. You can get away with some. You can get on guys and they'll take it. But when they tell you that's enough, that's enough. He went over the line and he got nailed. I did not hear what he said, but it was automatic. Paul Mosley heard it and immediately turned and whacked him.
Second free throw good by Watkins after the tee, and the worst news for Chuck Ramsey is that St. Joe gets the ball right back after the tee. Kohler came out of the ball game. Walker out there for Warren, along with Hughes, Brandow, Higgins, and Moreau. And on the dribble, Jabari Maddox. High lob to Brown. Tip in wouldn't go. Loose on the floor. Hughes got it. McIntosh went down. Hughes controls. 12-4 run by the Chargers over the last 4+ minutes.
A good move to get Langston Hughes back in. If Warren's going to make a run, it's going to happen with him on the floor.
Low missed the three. And another rebound. They have really taken command of the glass.
The interesting thing is a lot of it's coming from St. Joe's guards, which are quicker and more athletic than Warren.
High lob to Brown on the baseline. Back up top to McIntosh. Maddox driving to Ronald good.
And Higgins got whacked, I think, with an elbow on that drive, or they may have bumped heads.
Higgins and Maddox, too. I don't know if it was his elbow or...
And he definitely cut over the top of the eye. Mark Costa, trainer for Warren, will take him right to the locker room. He got whacked right above the eyelid. Actually, on top of his eyelid as you watch the contact. Here comes the drive. Now they're going to bang heads.
Oh, right there, right there.
That's an elbow to the eye. Inadvertent, it happens. And now they'll have to stop playing again because we've got some blood on the floor.
Gene Pingatore talking to his troops. The fans looking on. They're going to have a rally at St. Joseph High School on Sunday, 2:45 in the afternoon, to honor the Chargers regardless of the outcome of this game.
And Schaumburg will have theirs, I believe, at 2 o'clock at the high school. Now, as they clean the floor, that's a new rule that's come in the last couple of years, NCAA rule, and also the National High School Federation. You cannot return to action until the blood on the court and on your jersey has been treated.
You saw the reminder Fire Soccer coming up in its entirety after this game. Mitch, what you got?
Guys, I'm just thinking, about the only two other delays we can have is overtime or the lights go out. We could be here all night.
Bite your tongue, Mitch.
Hey, good things come to those who wait. So one of these guys are going to get a state title sooner or later.
Well, we've had a uniform delay. Well, they could shatter a backboard. You haven't mentioned that one. We've had the uniform delay, the scoreboard go out. Now we've had an injury.
And for those who weren't with us for the third place game, let's explain the uniform delay.
Right, the game started about 35 minutes late because King showed up in gold uniforms. Schaumburg was already here in gold uniforms, and Schaumburg, as the home team, then had to go back and change. So they had to head back to the hotel, get their other uniforms, and then return to the court.
All right, they've got the court cleaned up, the blood removed. 41-27 in favor of St. Joseph. Chargers with a 14-point lead, and Warren trying to battle back. The entry pass, Brandow. Nope. And now Warren's going a little cold as well, Cap.
They have, those are shots they've got to knock down. And a little bit too quick a pace for St. Joe's. With a 14-point lead, you don't need to take a chance in transition.
So off the turnover, Langston Hughes bringing it up, pressured by McIntosh. Walker, head to Milo. Back out to Walker.
Blue Crew trying to get Warren going.
47 seconds to go, third quarter of this title game. All alone, Kohler for three, nope. Comes right to Morgan, flips it quickly to Watkins. And now St. Joe will hope for the final shot of the quarter. Jabari Maddox, inside of 20 seconds. To Watkins. Who takes the final shot? Normally it's Watkins, isn't it?
I think you'll look for Watkins at dribble penetration. If he'll have a shooter, that's fine, but I see him just taking it to the basket.
5 seconds. Watkins starts to go. The pull-up jumper, in and out, tip back up, and count it. They get the tip in at the buzzer. And the Chargers of St. Joseph will take a 16-point lead into the fourth quarter of this championship game. Back with the fourth quarter in a moment.
St. Joseph smells the state championship. A 16-point lead. Did the last basket count? Listen and find out. Absolutely. The beauty of running it with natural sound. Just beating the buzzer with the tip in.
Keith Perry, number 33. Football player, excellent football player who's been a key cog off the bench for this Chargers squad. Credited with the tip in. And Milo, the steal on the run, off to Walker. Walker knocked down. Ball out of bounds. No foul on the play. Walker looking to trigger, got it into Milo under pressure. Open for three, Hughes. Nope. And McIntosh with a rebound.
Again, a St. Joe guard goes to
St. Joe through three quarters, a 26-22 advantage on the boards. Not really as lopsided as it somehow seems.
Well, it seems like every rebound's going to St. Joe in the second half.
I guarantee you Warren feels that way.
Gene Pingatore dedicated this season and rededicated this game to his late mother who passed away in the last year.
Pull-up jumper in the lane, good by Watkins.
He's a solid player. Does everything well. Needs to improve his perimeter jump shot a bit, but boy, he plays hard.
Low. The rebound off the glass, tipped it back up. They had some second chances, just could not get it to fall.
We're getting some words between Brandow and Keith Perry.
A couple of football players. Brandow, quarterback for Warren.
Big quarterback.
And a quick foul, Kohler. That's his fourth.
McIntosh is a 69% free throw shooter.
2 for 2 here tonight. Bonus situation for St. Joe. Checking in is Ryan Ramsey, 5'11" senior, replacing Kohler. Kohler 12 points, 5 rebounds in the semifinal win. McIntosh at the line. Davian McIntosh, 5 points in the game. Right around his average. Free throw, no good. We have bodies flying everywhere now. It almost seemed as if players hesitated, as if they didn't realize it was a 1 and bonus. That allowed St. Joe to get the rebound and Watkins to go up for the shot. And a foul on Brandow, his 3rd.
18 fouls on Warren, just 2 on Westchester St. Joseph.
Watkins now 6 for 9 from the free throw line. 15 points in the game. Hello, a 3. Good.
Got it to 16 at the 6:18 mark. Have to get a couple of defensive stops and try and get some momentum built up. But the way St. Joe's runs their motion offense, it's so tough to stop.
And what a tough shot that was. But a good shot by Morgan. In the 4th quarter, their 2 games here in Peoria, their previous 2 games, St. Joe has outscored the opposition 54-21, including that 24-7 4th quarter today against King. Another miss, another rebound, St. Joe. Maddox brings it down. 3-point shooting. Warren 2 for 12. Watkins in and out. Brandow clears.
Surprised St. Joe's shooting the ball as quickly as they are with an 18-point lead, because with the way they run their motion attack, they would pretty much be able to put the ball in the deep freeze.
Lowe lost it into the arms of Brandow, and he hits from outside.
Unbelievable. Quick timeout. A 22nd timeout, I believe.
It's a 16-point St. Joseph lead. Full timeout taken by Warren. With 5:16 to go in the 4th quarter of this AA championship game, St. Joe leads by 16. St. Joseph leading Warren 48-32 with 5:16 to go in the 4th quarter. A reminder that Chicago Fire soccer is coming up in its entirety immediately following this game, the season opener for the Fire against the San Jose Clash. You'll see it all right after we conclude our coverage of March Madness. There's Brandon Watkins leading the way, 15 points for that all-state performer for St. Joe, which is 5 minutes and 16 seconds away from a AA state championship. Mitch, what's the talk in the Warren huddle?
Guys, when Warren gets the ball in offense, look for him to go back to what worked in the first game, this high screen and roll down low. Back to you.
Brandow contested the shot by Watkins. Out wrestled Perry for the rebound.
Again, I'm surprised that St. Joe would take shots, even if they are going toward the basket, because all you're doing is allowing Warren opportunities to get back in the game.
There's an opportunity for Warren after the missed 3-point attempt by Walker.
You think back to earlier today against King, St. Joe did not do that. They ran their motion offense. If they got a backdoor layup, great. If not, they were content to just set screens and burn clock.
Malone for 3. Nope, Brandow trying to chase it down, saved it, but saved it to Perry. Brandow ended up halfway up the stairs across from us in the aisle.
Grabbed a nacho and came back down to play.
He was up about, what, a dozen, 15 steps
easily
into the stands. Unfortunately for him, it was next to the St. Joseph section. 4:20 to go. And now St. Joe looking to be a little more patient. McIntosh brings it back out.
And that's what I expected out of the Gene Pingator when they got into the front court. It settled down. Run our offense.
McIntosh bouncing to the baseline. Morgan lost it out of bounds. It was last touched by Warren, apparently.
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
Where was it touched?
That was definitely off a St. Joe player. He may have been fouled, but if you're just going to call the out of bounds, that ball should have gone to Warren.
I was going to say, it looked like Brandow might have gotten his arm, but not the ball. McIntosh. Ramsey tried to knock it away.
Coach Ramsey's yelling, hack, hack. He wants a foul, and his guys are not able to get it done. And finally, contact inside.
Hitting the deck, Jabari Maddox. The foul on Brandow. That's number 4 on Brandow.
You see Chuck Ramsey's say foul. Foul. He's going to make St. Joe earn it at the free throw line. It's the only choice he has now that Gene Pingatore has pulled the ball out.
Jabari Maddox at the line for the first time tonight. 9 team fouls now on Warren. Maddox, 77% free throw shooter, but in the tournament prior to that miss at 89%. Missed them both. Low for Ramsey, now Hughes ahead to Brandow. Finds Malone cutting down the lane. Quick timeout, Warren. It's a 14-point game with 3:19 to go.
Well,
20-second timeout.
Fairly similar scenario to a week ago in Class A. It was an 11-point lead at the 3-minute mark, and Waterloo Jabot could not hang on. Here comes Warren with the transition basket. Nice pass. Brandow to his running buddy, Jordan Malo. By the way, an update for you on Ricky Higgins. Stitches above the eye. They're putting a Band-Aid over it. Could return. He's got that hockey player mentality. Stick me up, get me back out.
Well, let's see. He's got that. Walker has the shiner he's been carrying around for a while.
From an elbow during the sectional, I believe.
So checking in is Chris Foreman, number 54. There's the Warren lineup. 48-34. All inbounded to Watkins. And a whistle. Let's see. We had.
I think we've got a technical on St. Joe's.
That's how it would appear, and Gene Pingatore very upset.
Gene is completely out of the coach's box. He is arguing official, and now technical on Gene. So with a 14-point game, I believe we've got 2 technicals here. We'll see how they rule it, but if that's the case, you're looking at 4 free throws in a basketball, a potential of a 7-point play if you would hit a triple.
So Hughes at the free throw line. Doesn't help if you don't make them. Second free throw good.
We only have 1 technical.
It was signaled twice, but it's 1 technical.
Well, it looked like he had given Gene Pingatore a technical as well, and Gene is all the way out toward half court.
And that's what Chuck Ramsey's asking.
Chuck Ramsey's yelling that there's 2 teams.
He's asking Mitch Robinson. The coaches don't seem to know.
The technical foul is for an illegal substitution by Westchester St. Joseph without checking in at the scores.
22.
They did not put a technical on Coach Gene Pingatore.
It just looked that way.
Called twice. Chuck Ramsey thought they called 2 technicals.
Brandow lost it out of bounds to Warren after the miss by Hughes.
Tell you what, a Warren basket here gets it to 11. This game is not over with their ability to make jump shots.
Hello. Lost the ball, was fouled.
And another chance to make points at the line without the clock moving.
Foul on Morgan.
Oh, pardon me, no bonus yet on the other end. St. Joe did such a good job without fouling early. Just 14 fouls.
Hughes. Low from the right side. Oh, Brandow kept it alive. Hughes, count the basket.
Wow, three-point play. Brandow very lucky he didn't go over the top. Foreman will come back in to give him some beef on the front line. But all of a sudden, you got a chance with the free throw here to get it to 10.
All right, there's the jumper by Malo. Brandow tapped it, and then Hughes got it.
Threw it up and was able to get it to go down.
So Hughes 1 for 2 moments ago after the tee, right back at the line. 3-point play. 10-point game. There's Higgins.
He's back, stitched up and ready to go.
Morgan. Watkins right down the lane. Missed it. But Morgan there to put it back up. Big offensive rebound. Hughes for 3. Nope. One hand rebound. Malo blocked by Morgan. Foul called.
Tell you what, we got great action going right now. 12-point lead for St. Joseph at the 2:26 mark. And there is no quit in this Warren club. There's the three-pointer by Langston Hughes off. Malo goes right back up to the rim. There's the shot block, but the contact and the foul.
Foul on Morgan, his 4th, 16th foul. So Cap, they're not far from the bonus. Malo at the line. Malo with 9 points all here in the second half. Morgan out, Perry in for Westchester St. Joseph. 2:26 to go, 4th quarter of this Class AA championship game. There's on Malo of the night. And it's an 11-point game. Watkins lost ball saved though by Brown. Maddox drew a double team all the way to the hole, missed the lay-in. Berman the rebound on the baseline.
I'm still shocked that St. Joseph, a very disciplined club, is attacking the rim as much as they are.
3 by Hughes, good! Langston Hughes, timeout, 1:59 to go, it's an 8-point ball game.
Don't go away. Warren can make shots from way downtown, and St. Joe has got to retool what they're doing right now.
The Blue Crew had been quiet for a while.
Well, if you go back 3 or 4 minutes, we saw this. St. Joseph uncharacteristically continued to try and attack pressure to score. That's a dangerous thing to do if you're not going to complete the plays, because you're immediately handing the ball back without running any time right back to Warren. There's a long triple that energizes the Blue Crew.
They're wondering if they can duplicate the feat of Rock Falls in the Class A championship here 1 week ago tonight. A 13-4 run by the Blue Devils in the last 4.5 minutes has gotten them back to within 8 points.
Gene Pingatore has his 5 players out on the floor. He's extremely animated right now. He smells a championship, something he's been trying for 30 years.
Let's go to Mitch Robinson.
Hey guys, Chuck Ramsey's saying to really put the pressure on, and if they put the press, foul right away. He's going to go rolling right now and put him at the line.
Remember Jimmy Valvano, the late Jim Valvano back in '83. He started fouling at the 4-minute mark. Houston could not knock down the free throws, and we know what happened then. Lorenzo Charles, the flush at the buzzer to give NC State the championship. Here, to me, you don't have any choice because you don't have a shot clock. That's where some people want a shot clock in high school basketball. St. Joseph is not forced to take a shot.
Ramsey fouls Brown right away. Brown, a 65% free throw shooter, step to the line for the first time in this game. Here's Gene Pingatore, his first season, 1970 at St. Joe. They went 3-13. He's managed to win 620 games since then.
Got a heck of a run.
Free throw shooting.
If you get a miss out of here, now it's super bonus time with 10 team fouls on Warren, but if you get a miss here, if you're Warren, you don't have to come down and jack up the first three that you see. There's 2 minutes left in this ballgame, 1:58. Come down, run your offense, and get your best shot going to the basket.
Free throw by Brown, good.
It's a 3-possession game right now.
Brando has returned. Foreman went out. 1:50 to go. Hughes. Below, down the lane, below. Scores.
That's the smart play. Take the deuce. It's a 7-point game.
They're chipping away at it. Watkins. Foul by Walker.
Not the guy you want to foul. He had opportunities. That's not the guy. He's a 72% free throw shooter.
Look at Malo on the offensive end, however.
Rather than take the real tough three, he makes the drive, uses the window, and gets the hoop.
Watkins, 6 out of 10 from the line in this game. Make it 7 of 11. Morgan returning. Replaces Keith Perry.
St. Joe is a club, though, a very good free throw shooting team.
And he makes them both. 53-44, 1:35 to go. In the state championship game. Hughes, a three on the way, no good by Ramsey. Chased down on the floor by Damian McIntosh, and Ramsey fouls him from behind.
Now, that was a big one. That was one you had to knock down, because then if you're St. Joe, you start to get a little tight. Only up 6. McIntosh, a 69% free throw shooter coming into this game.
Warren, 33% three-point shooting team, 3 for 17 tonight. McIntosh at the line. Free throw on the way and good. It's back to a 10-point lead.
Tip your hat to St. Joe's. They have knocked down free throws when they've had to here.
McIntosh makes them both, and it's an 11-point St. Joe lead with 1:20 to go. Langston Hughes. The jumper in the lane, short. Grandow battling for it. Walker got it. Up top to Ramsey. Now Malo for 3 over McIntosh. Nope. Morgan the rebound. Got it to McIntosh. And we have exactly 1 minute to go in this championship game. The foul by Ramsey. And Watkins will step to the free throw line. Looking to add to this 11-point lead.
Well, now they start to celebrate in Westchester, Illinois. When you look at the red section of St. Joe's faithful, they're starting to smell Gene Pingatore's first championship.
Watkins, free throw, good. Again, we will bring you Chicago Fire soccer in its entirety following our conclusion of this game. Watkins made them both. Big free throws. 57-44 in the final minute. Hughes, 3. Nearly banked it in. Morgan to Watkins. They're trying to foul. Maddox. They got the foul with 37.9.
Warm up the bus, head back to Gurnee. You'll have your second place trophy and a heck of a run.
You can almost see a little bit of a smile there. You look real hard.
You have to look very hard.
Bye-bye, Warren. St. Joe State Champs 1999.
When you think back to 1978, Isaiah Thomas had Gene Pingatore down here And who would have thought it would have taken 21 years to get back to the title game with some of the great talent he's had, but it shows you how tough it is in this state of Illinois.
And this is a team without the superstars that he's had in the past. A 3 and a timeout. Taken by Warren, but lost 11 seniors off of last year's team. Did not return any starters, and yet here they are, seconds away from a championship. 59-47, St. Joe leading Warren. Dave Ennett, David Kaplan, Mitch Robinson back at Carver Arena in Peoria, Illinois. St. Joseph about a half minute away from claiming the state 2A title, leading Warren 59-47. Gene Pingatore coaching right down to the final seconds of this game.
Yeah, they're partying up in Westchester right now. You know, all the local haunts. Everybody's excited. They've got the game on, and they're just waiting for 31.2 to tick down. Celebrate a great championship for Gene Pingatore, the St. Joseph Chargers.
Quick foul by Ramsey, sending Morgan to the line. He's had 23 consecutive winning seasons. 19-20 win seasons. This is his third 30-win season. And the 32nd victory will be the most in school history.
And the only team to beat him this year, Chicago Dunbar. Coach Fate Michael has a great program in the opening game on the Proviso West tournament. That tournament always a barometer of the best teams in the state.
Brandow returning, replacing Foreman.
Motion's running very high for that man, right there.
What's been the key to his success over the years?
Never changing his philosophy. Motion offense, intense, tough defense, and tough love. I mean, he is very demanding on his players, but he's an outstanding coach. He always prepares his kids to move on to the next level.
Langston Hughes the foul. His fourth. 18.9 to go. There's Chuck Ramsey.
Nothing to hang his head about. His
Not
club had a whale of a season. They will finish at 29-5.
Look at all the teams that people thought would be here that aren't, whether it's Mount Vernon or Westinghouse. And the headlines already on the Journal-Star. They get those.
Risk a few dollars, print a few copies, and you get some pub out of it if you're right.
There's Watkins. Leading the way tonight for St. Joseph, 16 seconds. Jordan Malo. Great season he's had. 3 from straight up top. No good. Hughes stole it back. Put it up. Nope. Tipped back up by Matt Lewis. Wouldn't go. And then Walker fouled. With 2.5 seconds to go. And are those congratulatory handshakes?
Absolutely. Unless you know of a 12-point play, 2.5 seconds.
Walker the free throw now. Chuck Ramsey is going to get some of his reserves in there to join those who are in there for St. Joe. And these guys get to spend 2.5 seconds in a state championship game.
Neat touch, though. Langston Hughes turned to the crowd and he clapped. Hey, we made a great run. Check out that eye.
There you see the eye. Now, his is his left eye, and Higgins is the right eye.
And if you missed it, Ricky Higgins caught an elbow in the eye, went back to the locker room, stitched up, and came back out.
Take an aspirin on it, get back out there. Walker, free throw, rim's good. Walker now will come out.
As you can see some of the emotions running a little high on that Gurnee bench.
Walker, all inbounded. Steve Davis puts it up at the buzzer, and Westchester St. Joseph has its championship. Gene Pingatore has his title at long last. Took 30 years to get it. Gene Pingatore and Chuck Ramsey exchanging a few words and a handshake in front of the scorer's table as St. Joe beats Warren 61-51 to claim the AA crown. Let's go to Mitch Robinson.
Thanks a lot, guys. 630, you get it?
It's been quite a year.
How happy? Is this everything you thought it would be?
Yeah, it is. It's just unbelievable. It's like a dream. It hit me when we were coming here today. Before the game started, I couldn't believe that we're playing for the championship and it was going to possibly be a reality.
You've talked to me on Wednesday. You said you've had better individual players, but never a better team. And you were right. This is the one that played together.
No question. We're a super bunch of kids, and I'm so happy for them. It was unbelievable.
It's going to be a nice party in the ride back.
It will be.
Congratulations, Coach. Wonderful job. A legend, and now he's got his state title. Dave, back to you.
Still call me an icon.
Victory number 624. 32nd win of the year for St. Joseph.
Well, you heard Gene at the end say, just don't call me an icon. Well, this is just a tremendous win for him. I think back to having watched his team for 20 years and the number of great players he's had. Isaiah Thomas, Daryl Thomas, who played at Indiana, Clifford Scales, Clifford Hayes. I mean, tremendous players. Carl Hayes, tremendous players. This, though, his best team.
Let's go back to Mitch. I think he's got Brandon Watkins with him.
Thanks a lot, guys. Brandon, on Wednesday you said you like the leadership role. You like to put everyone on your back. Man, you did it in this tournament.
Yes, I definitely had to put everybody on my back and prove to everybody that said we number one in the state. We can compete with anybody. I definitely have to take the leadership role and put my team on the map.
How happy are you for your coach, the guy?
I'm so happy for him. 30 years, and I told him when I came here freshman, I was going to get him a state championship. And look at it.
You know, the recruiters, you had to be a little disappointed. They weren't giving you the big pub. You think you put on enough of a show this weekend?
I think I did. For all the recruiters I wasn't getting a lot of love from and wasn't giving me enough pub, I think I did. But if not, hey, I'm not going to worry about it.
You got a state title for the rest of your life?
Yes, I do.
Congratulations, Brandon. Here you go, baby. Back to you, Dave and Dave.
There they are, the state 2A champions, the Chargers of Westchester St. Joseph, as they beat Warren 61-51. Back with more from Peoria in a moment. 24 straight victories, 32 on the year in 33 games, and St. Joseph claims the 2A championship 61-51 over Warren. Right now, Warren being honored for second place in our Pepsi Player of the Game in this championship game. Number 21 of St. Joe, Brandon Watkins, 19 points in the ball game. Here you see two of them. Watkins, the leading scorer for St. Joe. Hit 10 of 14 free throws, a lot of those down the stretch.
Absolutely. Didn't shoot the ball as well as he needed to from the perimeter, but you know what? He was a great leader tonight. Took control when they had to. St. Joe flirted with disaster down the stretch, but they righted the ship, and Gene Pingatore has a net to hang in his trophy room.
So the 1999 Boys Class AA Basketball State Champion has been crowned. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage of America's original March Madness. Stay tuned to Fox Sports Chicago all season long for IHSA State Championship coverage. For Dave Kaplan, Tom Dorr, Mitch Robinson, Mark Pinsky, and the rest of our crew, Dave Ennett saying so long from Carver Arena in Peoria. Chicago Fire Soccer is coming up next. The preceding has been an exclusive presentation of Fox Sports Chicago and Intersport Television. The Chargers are #1 in 1999. So long, everybody.